Thank you, Nick. Yes, I'm an artist, and I'm presenting here today because I've done some work in collaboration with cognitive scientists, and some of them here in Sussex still. And so, but I've got this paper which I've written for a drawing conference and have presented to artists. So I actually might change it slightly as I present it, but I thought you should know that. It's and my background is entirely art. Let's go. So, as it's said on the abstract that was sent out, there are 3 different experiments which I'm going to talk about, and they're all take as a starting point this game of Chinese whispers, which English people know what that means. If you're not English, you probably have another word for it. It's the kind of the idea of when you say something and someone slightly misunderstands and passes it on slightly differently, and it changes. So different. Yeah, I'll go through my presentation as written, more or less. So, the experiments I describe begin with this game of visual Chinese whispers. So, it's an artist. So it's this game in American English. It's called telephone, and I don't know what it's called in other languages. But this is the game. In my version, it's done with drawings, copying drawings, and I also point out that in English, at least, this phrase has come to have a much more general meaning about how information is distorted through transmission chains. And it did start off really as a game. I didn't start off with the idea that I was doing scientific research. And as an artist, I do things in a playful way and see where they go. And perhaps that's an interesting fact about the research process as an artist. So it's gone in various different directions, but it just started off as something that I was doing for experiment in art also means something different. You experiment, you kind of mess about, play around, do things. It doesn't have to be so formal. Anyway, back to my notes. In his paper, a book called Remembering by Frederick Bartlett, that most psychologists will be familiar with, and some of you may be psychologists, written in 1932, he demonstrated how stories and also drawings evolve through serial reproduction. And Bartlett's really well known now for... Hang on, I'm supposed to be giving you something to look at while you do that. That's